Hi friends, welcome to a new video, and today is going to be a little romance readathon. So this weekend I'll be participating in the romance takeover readathon, hosted by a few people. I'll link it down below, link all the information. Obviously this will be being posted after the readathon is over, but if you want to check out the channels of the hosts, they're all fantastic. So what is this? It is a 4-day readathon, which I will unfortunately be starting 2 days late because it was originally supposed to be Thursday to Sunday and life just got in the way. So now it is Saturday morning and we'll just be doing this for two days, pretty much a 48-hour readathon, and just be primarily reading romance. I wasn't able to start this when I was supposed to and when the readathon actually started, but I still wanted to be able to participate and still have a few days of reading romance and having some fun with this. So we are starting today. We're starting off strong and we're going to go for 2 days of just non-stop reading romance. So there's a series of prompts related to the readathon and I made up my own little bingo board. So I'll be trying to hit all these prompts, but hopefully I'll be able to double up quite a few of them and, you know, use a few different books for this. So the prompts that I have selected, there's a new release, new to you author, read a book in one setting, next in series, audiobook, fantasy romance, paranormal romance, small town romance, and a 5-star prediction. So I have quite a few books kind of picked out, kind of in mind that could potentially hit these, and I have a feeling that a lot of them will double up, thankfully. So let's take a look at some of the potential reads that I'll have. So first off, Butcher and Blackbird, this would count as a new to you author. Also maybe a 5-star prediction. I have a feeling it will be pretty good, but this is about 2 serial killers who I think hunt other serial killers and team up and fall in love. Then Fortuna Sworn, this is also new to you author and a fantasy romance. It's about somebody, I think she has like some kind of nightmare power and she's one of the last of her kinds. Mixed Signals by B.K. Borison. This is the 3rd book in the Lovelight Farms series, so for me it is next in series, small town romance, and a 5-star prediction. My light just died. Then also I have Love Interest by Claire Gilmore, which be new release, new to you author. And I also have a few others. So this spells love. I thought I owned a copy. I don't seem to, but that one is new to me author. And then I do have quite a few others on Kindle Unlimited that I will talk about when I get to, but I have a lot of other options on Kindle Unlimited that I'm looking at. So yeah, welcome to the video and I will start reading and then come back with some updates for you guys. So as I started like going over my TBR a bit more, which lunch was being made while I was trying to film that TBR and didn't really work out. But as I was going through it, I kind of realized I don't actually know the difference between fantasy romance and paranormal romance. And they're kind of the same thing, I guess. So it felt like a little hard having both of them on my TBR list and trying to like figure out like what this difference is and what type of books I could read that like wouldn't fall into both of them. And when I googled it, it said kind of like paranormal romance is like creatures like witches, vampires, werewolves. So that's kind of where I'm going with this. Is I'm gonna try to stay within those 3 for paranormal, and then I guess fae, elves, whatever I'm gonna do for fantasy romance today. But what I very specifically went along with is I decided to read, it is called Her Consort Secrets? No, actually Consorts of Secrets by Eva Chase. And this is one that was on the Kindle Unlimited, not Kindle Unlimited, the Audible Plus catalog, which I am trying to read quite actually listen to some of the books that are on. I'm trying to like, thank you, sit down, sit. I'm trying to actually listen to some of the books that are on the Audible Plus catalog because, you know, they're free with my membership, might as well try them out. And there are some that my friends have said are good, so I'm trying to read a bit of them. But this one very specifically in the title says it's a paranormal romance, and it's a paranormal wide shoes romance, which one of my favorite tropes, so, you know, why not just give this one a try. So I've been listening to that for the last little bit while I started to edit a video, and when I just do being my first run of edits, like I don't actually have to be listening to what I've filmed. I just typically listen to an audiobook while I'm doing that. So this has been good entertainment, and I do have another video I'd like to get started on now, so I might be able to finish this. It's very, very short, and I also listen to all my books on like 2.5 speed, so it ends up, I think this one's only like 3.5 hours to listen to. So I think if I'm starting to edit another video, and then I will be working out later this afternoon, I think between that I should be able to finish this one pretty quickly, and then that will cross off 3 prompts actually, which is audiobook, new to you author, and paranormal romance. So that's pretty good. And I do want to point out I am wearing a Slow Burn book club, romance book club shirt. Yeah, the book is okay so far. It's just about this witch. There's this weird society where, so witches, in order to access their power, they have to like be bonded or married to somebody by the age of 25. There's some ceremony they go through, and this is the only way that they're able to access their power. She returns to her hometown where she's going to take over like the manor, and is reunited with a group of human boys who she had been friends with growing up, but then basically like disallowed from seeing because her father thought they were in bad influence on her. And she's back in as an adult and reuniting with all of them, and it seems like they're going to realize that she doesn't have to be married to a witch to do this thing with her power. She can be with a human instead. Like I feel like that's where it's going, and she was friends with 5 of these boys and they're all going to be hers. Like I feel like that's where it's going. It is fine. It is honestly, it's entertaining enough, and that's all that I'm asking for right now. So I am quite enjoying reading it. So I am quite enjoying listening to it while I'm doing other things. So I'm gonna go back to that. I'm gonna try to make some more progress in editing, and then might have this done by then, but I'm gonna at least work out after that, and I'll check back in. Hello, it's Sunday morning. So I ended up having like quite the headache last night, so I didn't end up updating anything. But I did make some progress in a few different books. I started a few of them and kind of just sporadically read a few different things. And yeah, I have some updates to tell you about today. Also watched the movie Anyone But You, just because I was really in the mood for a rom-com, you know, keeping with the romantic theme. Quick review, it was okay and the acting was terrible. But let's talk about some of the books that I've made progress in. So The Consort is Secret by Eva Chase. I have about I have about an hour left of the audiobook, so I'm about 2/3 into it right now. Honestly enjoying it. It is nothing that special. The characters aren't that great. The story isn't really anything that interesting either. It's just this witch coming into her power and like her group of friends realizing she wants all of them. And it's fine, but I'm enjoying it. It's fun. Like it's just kind of like a nice, easy book to listen to and really not put any thoughts into. And I realized it is a 6-book series and all of them are on the Audible Plus catalog, so I'm probably just going to keep listening to it and, you know, have fun with all of them, because so far it's just really low stakes and just something very, very easy to listen to and not really care that much. So I'm enjoying that. I'm definitely going to finish that off today, as probably while I get ready and clean and stuff. So that one's definitely going to fulfill the paranormal romance audiobook and new to you author prompt. Then I am 100 pages into This Spells Love, which I guess is about 2/3 of the way in, because it's 300 pages. So in this one, we're following a woman who just got out of a bad relationship, and her aunt kind of like brings this spell book to her and is like, oh, let's perform this little like silly spell where it will like something about like go back in time and like change this one decision. So it's supposedly changing the fact that she met this guy. So she kind of does this joking spell just to kind of like make herself feel better about the breakup, and then wakes up the next morning and she is in an alternate reality where she never met this guy and has lived a very different life. in the 4 years since then. But also the biggest thing is that the night that she met her ex, she also met her now best friend, who is this really hot guy who she's been best friends with for years. He's like her entire life. And she realizes that because she changed time, she doesn't have that relationship with him. So she is living in this alternate reality, trying to basically get him to like rebuild this relationship or like build a relationship with him. And also she has to wait out a month until the next full moon to be able to do the spell again and get back to her reality. So in the time while she's there, she's trying to like build, just figure out her life, that how things have changed, and get this relationship back with this guy. And it's definitely gonna be a romance between the two of them, but so far pretty good, decent. I thought it was gonna be a lot more like paranormal or magical. I thought like it was actually featuring a witch, but it's really just like a young woman who does this silly spell while drunk, and it actually works. But it does take place in Ontario, where I live, so that's cool. And I actually recognize like all of the areas and all of the places that they're talking about, so that's cool, I guess, for it. And then on Kindle Unlimited, I have picked up 2 other books. So I started reading Unbreakable by Melanie Harlow. This is book 4 in a small town romance series where every book follows one of 5 sisters, and their parents own this like I guess inn winery, like this really like well-known winery and wedding venue, and all of the sisters are having their own romance stories. So this one is following the eldest sister, Sylvia, as she recently has gone through a divorce, has moved back to this small town, and has moved with her children, and is trying to get her life back. And it's her romance with the also recently divorced, very ruggedly handsome winemaker named Henry. And the two of them, you know, trying to find a life after divorce and find their confidence back and find somebody who can make them feel good about themselves. So I'm enjoying it. I like all of these books. Like I really like the romances that happen in these, and I really like Melanie Harlow's writing. So this is a series that I'm just like picking them up now and then. And apparently, so there's 5 books in the first series, and then there's apparently a second series afterwards, I think, with 5 books, and it's following the children. So I'm excited for that. And that one will be continuation in a series and a small town romance. And I'm also 45% into Pucking Wild by Emily Rath, and this is a hockey romance. So it's the second book in a series, so again a continuation of series. And this one I'm also putting as a 5-star prediction, because the first book I really liked. It was like a why choose hockey romance, and just really this couple like all falling in love together, and like just really finding a family and finding people to love. So I really enjoyed the first one. I like the writing. I like this kind of like found family aspect. And this one I'm a little more apprehensive of because it's not tropes that I like as much, but it is a reverse age gap. So an older woman and a much younger man, and she is recently divorced and trying to find her way in life, trying to move on. And he is the new like star center of the hockey team and trying to make like his way in life also. So this is one that I do think really has a high potential to be 5 stars. Like I really enjoy the writing, and I do like the way that this author builds her romances. I like her character building, the emotional aspect that she does for a lot of it. So I do have a feeling that this could be a pretty decent haul, or a pretty decent book. So I have a good feeling for that one. And then the only other prompts for my little bingo card, I need to, so once I finish all these, I still will need to have a new release and a fantasy romance. So when did this actually come out? I think it was like October. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was about October. So it's kind of newish, but I want to do something maybe like a 24 release. So I need to find something for that. And I mean, preferably a new fantasy romance, so that would cover like all of this in once. But the fact that I have 4 books on the go, and all of them I should be able to finish hopefully pretty quickly today. It is 10 a.m. right now, and we have some friends coming over for lunch at noon, and I'm not sure how long that's gonna take. So tonight will be very heavily focused on reading, and I'm kind of considering taking this into Monday as well, just because I did start this late and I kind of want to continue on this romance readathon. So we'll see. I'm gonna go get ready now, clean a bit, and prep food, but I'll be listening to the Ava Chase book as I go. So yeah, there's a good chance I could get some of these done tonight. We'll see. But yeah, very good chance also that I will be taking this into Monday also. So it is much later. It is almost 9 p.m. and basically no progress was made today, so we are extending this another day. Our friends ended up spending like pretty much the whole day here, so I had no time to read. So we're extending this readathon by 1 day, and even though I work tomorrow, I think between early morning, lunchtime, and after work, I'll have enough time to hopefully finish off these books and, you know, complete some of these prompts, because technically right now we are sitting at 0 books read, so we really need to kick it into overtime. And I'm definitely not going to be finishing anything tonight because I'm going to bed pretty much right away. And yeah, there will be no progress made tonight. So I will check in again tomorrow and we will continue this for 1 more day and hopefully finish something. Hi, so it is 5 p.m. on Monday. We have a guest with us today. So I woke up pretty early this morning actually I woke up at 5 and managed to get about 2 hours of reading them before I started work at 7. And in that time I finished Unbreakable by Melanie Harlow. Really enjoyed this one. They're just very much like 2 divorcees who are, you know, trying to get their life started again, trying to move on, trying to like find happiness, find confidence, find out who they are outside of this like previous relationship that they'd been in. And both of them had been like very unhappy in their relationships and really like lost a lot of their self-confidence. So it was a lot of that too, like them figuring out who they are and how to be loved. So I give that one a 4-star. I did enjoy it quite a bit. And then I also managed to finish Consorts of Secret by Eva Chase, which it was fine. It's a 3-star. It was nothing wrong with it. It just also wasn't really that exciting. It was just like the start of a why choose romance with some witches and stuff, and fine. I didn't really care that much either way about it. It was just like a pretty decent thing to listen to while busy and like just to kind of have something going in the background, I guess. So I don't know if you saw that, but like my sweet angel Odette is not able to jump very far and really does not do well at jumping. So very funny. But yeah, so I did finish 2 books today. I worked out over lunch, so I didn't really get any reading time then, but we're after work. I am all done with my day, all done with everything else I need to do. So we're just gonna be reading for the next little bit and trying to finish the other 2 books that I have on the go, which are This Spells Love and Pucking Wild. Good job. So yeah, that is like the main focus for tonight, is that is my cat. That's the main focus for tonight, is we're just gonna be trying to finish these 2 books. I am definitely not gonna be completing all of these prompts that I wanted to, but I am fine with that. The only other one I think I will be done is the 5-star prediction, which was Pucking Wild, and I am really hoping that it will actually turn out to be a 5-star, but yeah, that is going to be the only other prompt that actually gets done. But if I can finish 2 more books tonight, I will feel good having read 4 books over this readathon. So yeah, that's going to be the goal for now, and we'll see how it goes. So I'm in the same spot I was before. Hello to another little buddy. And I'm probably gonna be here all night because I'm like forcing myself to sit here and read and do things. I did finish a book and I edited a video, so I'm saying so far tonight is so productive. And it will stay productive because I'm going to finish another one. What did I finish? Good question. I finished The Spell's Love. Hello. Oh, I hit another cast. One there. So yeah, I finished The Spell's Love. I think I said in the last clip that this takes place in Ontario. So it takes place just outside Toronto, which was an interesting little twist on it. But yeah, it's about a woman. She makes this like magical wish and transports from her reality to an alternate reality where she never had met her ex-boyfriend. But also the night she met her ex-boyfriend, she met her current best friend, who is this like really sexy man. And so when she gets this alternate reality, she'd never met him either. And they run into each other and she spends some time like trying to rebuild that relationship, but also deciding like, hey, why don't we date? And yeah, it was decent. It was fine. I like don't really feel anything that particular about this one. Like it was okay. The concept was probably the best part. Like the relationship itself, fine, okay. The plot of the book, again, like same. It was fine. And the characters, it was okay. Like it was fine. It was perfectly fine. And I kind of was hoping that it'd be more of a witchy book because I really went into it thinking that it would be like very much witches, not just one kind of weird spell and then all of this happens. So yeah, it was okay. 3 stars, fine. And I don't think I can cross off any more prompts. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of a new release. It came out in like October, but I feel guilty saying that. So no, can't really cross off anything else at the moment, unfortunately. So we are staying there, and I'm going to try and finish Pucking Wild right now. I am 54% into it, so that's actually like, oof. Actually, I might not be able to finish it. It's like 300 pages. I'm gonna make a valiant effort and see how much I can read tonight, but there's a very, very good chance that I won't actually be able to finish it. So I will do what I can, and if I don't finish it tonight, I don't finish it tonight, but we will aim to. Hi, so coming in the next morning to officially close this off. Yesterday I was too tired and really didn't want to talk at the end of the night, but I did finish reading Pucking Wild. It unfortunately was only a 4-star read, but like, I mean, only a 4-star. It was still really good. I really enjoyed it. So even though it was one of like a 5-star prediction for me, it did end up only being 4 stars. Just, I guess I don't know, I wasn't as invested in the relationship as I had been in the first book, but still really good. I really enjoyed it. It is an older, by older I mean like in her 30s, lawyer who is recently divorced or going through a divorce actually, and been having a really rough time with that, and a 22-year-old hockey star who's just kind of figuring out his life. And I actually really like this dynamic of her being like the person who has everything like in charge. She has her life together. She is like a high power career woman, and then him just being this like basically golden retriever boy who just like is happy and doesn't really have any worries going on. So I like that dynamic a lot, and I did enjoy the book quite a bit, so 4 stars. And yeah, with that we are done this readathon, which didn't go quite how expected. The days wildly kept changing up, but we did get 4 books read. I'm really happy about them. Yeah, and I really enjoyed I actually did enjoy everything that we read, which is always wonderful. So I'm going to be wrapping up the video here. Thank you for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe and stay tuned for lots more fun videos coming your way. Thank you again, and I will see you soon.